I've always just loved singing since I was young. In the car with my dad, you know, he would have put the music on and I always would have been singing, always. And then my granda, he gave me his original vinyl of Rumours by Fleetwood Mac from whenever it came out. That is like such a key memory for me.
I listened to music a lot growing up. My parents are both big music lovers, so at every given opportunity we would have music on in the background. 8 years old, my brother started playing piano, and me being the annoying younger sibling who had to copy everything my brother did, I was like, oh okay, well I need to play an instrument now. My parents got me like a little 3/4 size guitar for Christmas, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I should be over all the butterflies, I'm into you, baby, on a worst night, I'm into you, yeah, let 'em wonder how we got this far, 'cause I don't really need to wonder how, yeah, after all this.
When I was young, like a little kid, I loved Pink, Jessie J, Lady Gaga, all the kind of big, very confident, unique pop divas.
I listened to a lot of the big pop girls at the time, like Jessie J, Katy Perry. I loved One Direction as a preteen.
I turned like 13, 14, and I got really into like
Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco,
My Chemical Romance, Blink-182, Green Day.
Black Veil Brides, Sleeping with Sirens, Pierce the Veil. Like that kind of music really was everything when I was a teenager.
And I've kind of come out now, you know, in my 20s. My favourite band's Linkin Park.
Fall Out Boy has been, like, always been my number one.
Like Chester's voice, Mike's rapping, the guitar, that band of six, it is perfect.
The first emo song I listened to was Young Volcanoes by Fall Out Boy. That album specifically always sticks out to me. Like, the music has such a specific sound that I haven't heard in a lot of other places.
That was like that for me. I was like, oh my god, who is this? The guitar player will always watch the guitar players. So I was always drawn in by the singers.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Green Day being a three-piece band, I think it's really impressive how he plays guitar and sings at the same time. The coordination you need for that is like something that I've always struggled with.
It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
We are working on our song, Force Me to Crack, today. I wrote it about experiences with people who are fake. Was bullied quite badly in school and harkening back to me, 15 years ago.
I do love Force Me to Crack. That was the first one that we like sat down and were like, yeah, we're doing this, we're writing this song for our band.
I was thinking it's the opening riff, and then you just keep doing the opening riff, but it gets heavier. You have like the
Yeah.
That's it! That's the one! That's the one!
I love just being in a band. Writing music and having someone that is equally musically passionate and talented is really great.
I love seeing both of our creative visions come together and actually have something to show for it. Being like, yeah, we made this and it's good and it's cool.
Force Me to Crack, take one.
All the shit you put me through, this just feels like deja vu. Tie me down so I can't.
We're in the midst of speaking to people we know about doing an acoustic gig. Cass and I don't play bass and we don't play drums, so we really, really are doing it all from scratch.
I do think there is a lack of like pop punk in the scene.
A lot of the local music scene is like death metal or very like, you know, metalcore, hardcore.
It is really annoying when you want to support the local music scene, you want to be going to shows, but there's nothing that captures your music taste. So I like that we're kind of falling in that sort of in between of like something that's still alternative, but it's a bit lighter.
I think more rewarding when you get a win that way. Should I plug my guitar in and we'll try and do a bit of bass?
Yeah, maybe not. It feels underwhelming. Yeah, it does.
I'm very honest. Because Emma and I know each other quite well, I feel very comfortable like running around her and being like, I know you're better than that.
I bring my opinions on what I like as a guitar riff and what I like as a drum beat and what I like as a rhythm and whatever, and Cass brings theirs.
And I think that ultimately makes us stronger as a band.
Force Me to Cry. I have such a strong vision for that song. Like, I know exactly how I want that song to sound, and acoustically it's not going to work.
I like that. Tap that out, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
Like,
Hey, did you?
we had quite a hard time with Oxidize because a lot of people write songs about mental health and it's something that is quite talked about, especially within like alternative music.
You know, it's a bit bleak, like the lyrics are a bit bleak and, you know, sad, and you feel like it seems like it's going nowhere, but then at the end, second chorus, it's a lot more optimistic. It's almost like the song is getting down to the deep with you.
Oxidize my mind, suffocated by the dust. My supports begin to rust.
I also think being a female-fronted band is really important and something that you don't see enough.
It means a lot of different things. It depends how much you want to deep it, really.
It means friendship, it means camaraderie, it means joy.
We literally just turned to each other and just went, will we do it? Yeah. Because we just can. And it's that growing up and that freedom, that's what it makes me feel like and think of. I think for me. Yeah. That's it.
Pressure taking its toll when the thoughts are in control. Oxidize my mind.
And done.
And done.
And cut.